Earl Timberlake was once a two-time transfer, but he's found his mark at Bryant, and today the Bulldogs forward named America East Player of the Week. The former Memphis Tiger and Miami Hurricane averaging 14.7 rebounds and 5 assists, along with 3 blocks per game over his past 2 contests, helping his team beat Towson in double overtime this weekend. Speaking of Bryant, that's where Rhode Island Football Club will play its inaugural season, and now we know when they will be playing there, as the United Soccer League has announced its schedule for the upcoming season. Here's a look at the key dates for RIFC. It all starts March 16th at home against New Mexico, the first match in franchise history. RIFC's first road game will come the following weekend at Monterey Bay. Defending champion Phoenix Rising coming to town April 27th. The regular season ends October 26th at home against Miami. So looking forward to the season there. Some football in Rhode Island coming up soon.
Very exciting.
Yep.
And if you're out and about and you see some great games, or you see the weather, we'd love for you to show us the video that you get. So our local news viewer, Lydia, submitted this video behind us earlier today. It shows a lot of rain. Look at that.
Certainly a lot of that today.
Yeah, all you have to do is go to the App Store and look up Now Local News. This was the scene really all over, and this is mild considering other things. I shot video that I uploaded on the Now News app of the highway that looked like a river.
Yeah, the trees, you don't see the trees swaying too much in that, but I mean, there was about a 4-hour window from, say, like 10 o'clock to like 1 or 2 o'clock where it was just like literally raining sideways. Like I looked out my window, quickly shut it and said, I'm going to stay inside.
That's bad when the weather guy's afraid to look outside. You know it's bad.
Well, I got asked to go get milk, and I said, can I wait maybe
That's
30
before
minutes?
the
Let's look
storm.
at the radar.
Right, I know.
The bread and milk comes before the storm.
I dropped the ball last night on the way home, so it's on me. It's on me. But we braved it, and we got through it. And again, I think the most crazy of all the aspects of the storm, again, I talked about this before, was just that coastal flooding and the water hitting the seawalls and washing over and making those roads impassable. It's been a while since we had a real robust coastal flooding event here in southern New England, so this is hopefully not, a sign of things to come for the rest of the winter, but, there can be some real strong nor'easters over the winter, really battering. Oh, and erosion. A lot of the beaches probably saw some sand get eroded off today, but we've got beautiful, quiet weather as we lead up to Christmas on Monday next week. A little colder by late week, and then a little milder over the weekend into Monday.
And all that sun for Christmas. There you go. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here at 11 o'clock.
Fight back. Call Jack. Calvino Law Associates.
Technology. It's in our DNA. For over 80 years, New England Institute of Technology has been a pioneer in technical education. Now, we're going beyond our ABET accredited engineering technology offering to bring you gold standard engineering programs like cybersecurity engineering, mechanical engineering, and artificial intelligence. Engineering means more and better career opportunities for New England Tech graduates.
I'm John Calcagni, a former federal prosecutor and head of New England's premier fully staffed criminal defense firm. If you or a loved one has been accused of a crime, call me.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Now get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months or save up to $2,500 on the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Better hurry. These offers won't be back in stock.
Raymore and Flanagan's Buy More, Save More sale ends soon. Order today for delivery by Christmas. Hurry in to save on new furniture for your whole home. Get 10, 15, or 20% off your entire purchase. Gift better sleep this holiday with savings on top mattress brands. Delivered with care the next day for free. Enjoy now and pay later. Take advantage of financing and pay no interest for 72 months. Your chance to save up to 20% on your entire purchase ends soon at Raymore and Flanagan's Buy More, Save More sale.
Here's to work ethic, courage, character. Everything great about Rhode Island. It's why we work so hard to give you what you need. Because we know, with the right financial support and confidence, you can do anything. Helpful products like our Freedom Free Checking account. Open yours today and get $200. It's super easy and super worth it. Washington Trust. What we value is you.
This is where all your dreams come true. You are the Moulin Rouge!
Moulin Rouge, the musical, is the winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The New York Times calls it dazzling, euphoric. In Moulin Rouge, life is beautiful. Coming to the Providence Performing Arts Center December 19th through 31st. Tickets on sale at ppacri.org.
Dupixent helps you do more with less asthma and can help you breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
Tonight, the storms turn deadly. In the Northeast at this hour, some are still being warned. Hurricane-force wind gusts are coming. Also breaking tonight, the video just released by Hamas of the hostages. And in New York City, the well-known actor convicted tonight. First, hundreds of thousands without power, flood and high wind alerts from North Carolina all the way up to New York City to Maine. Tonight, those hurricane-force wind gusts still coming, already bringing down trees and power lines across several states. The confirmed tornado tonight, 90-mile-per-hour winds. Thousands of flights canceled and delayed. Boston's Logan Airport issuing a ground stop for hours. And now the big change coming tomorrow morning. Rob Marciano is here. Tonight, the awful images just in. Hamas releasing video showing 3 hostages, 3 seniors pleading for their release. And tonight, the outrage over 3 hostages accidentally killed by the Israeli military. They were waving a white flag to show they were not the enemy. Britt Clennett in Israel. The stunning moment President Biden's motorcade is struck by a driver. You can hear the crash. The president then rushed into an SUV. And what we've learned about the driver tonight. Mary Bruce with new reporting. Tonight, Republican candidates for president forced to address Donald Trump's use of language similar to Hitler. The words Trump now repeatedly uses and why they're being condemned as extremely dangerous. Rachel Scott reporting. In New York City, the well-known actor Jonathan Majors found guilty of assaulting his ex-girlfriend. He had been a rising star. What he was accused of doing. The YouTube mom with millions of views, famous for giving parenting advice, tonight pleading guilty to charges of child abuse. Pope Francis revealing a major change in Vatican policy, allowing priests now to bless same-sex couples. There is news tonight about singer Celine Dion, what her sister has now revealed. The vase purchased at Goodwill for $3.99. What was it really worth? And our Made in America Christmas tonight, on the hunt for your one thing made in America under the tree this year. Your new ideas pouring in tonight, and we went to find them.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to start another week with all of you at home. 1 week until Christmas now, and of course the storm for many who are already traveling. It's not over yet, hammering the East Coast all day, and it has turned deadly. Flood and high wind alerts from North Carolina to New York City to Maine, and at this hour there are still hurricane-force wind gusts in parts of the Northeast. The wind and rain whipping up the surf as high tide approaches now. Niantic, Connecticut, more than 700,000 customers without power across several states in the Northeast at this hour. Heavy rain all the way up the I-95 corridor, at least 4 deaths tonight related to this storm. The rushing waters washing out roads. This is Oxford County, Maine you're looking at. Power lines sparking and catching fire. These images from Brookline, Massachusetts, of course, outside Boston. A ground stop for a time at Boston's Logan Airport. Thousands of flights canceled and delayed in several states. And in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina tonight, look at the images there. A confirmed EF1 tornado, 90-mile-an-hour winds. And right behind all this, an Arctic blast, bitter cold with thousands without power. This is the lake effect snow in Michigan tonight, causing this multi-car pileup, I-94 near Kalamazoo. Temperatures in the teens and 20s across the Northeast by morning. Senior meteorologist Rob Marciano leading us off with the images and the forecast tonight.
Tonight, powerful storms pummeling the Northeast. knocking out power for hundreds of thousands. Massive trees flattening cars around Boston and punching holes into homes.
The power outages across the state now approaching 300,000. I will tell you, there are trees down, there are power lines down. If you don't have to drive, I would just stay home.
Connecticut getting slammed. Winds clocked over 60 miles an hour this morning. For the second Monday in a row, the Northeast getting hit with a storm. This one by far worse. Boston Logan Airport issuing a ground stop for hours due to the high winds as delays and cancellations piled up. Roads across the storm zone, no match for up to a half a foot of torrential rain. Drivers stranded in Newark before the sun came up.
It's flooded over there, it's flooded over here. Like, there's nowhere to go right now at this point.
North of New York City, police in Leeds, New York, recovering the body of one person washed away in their car. And authorities in Maine say a man in Windham clearing debris was killed by a falling tree. The storms slamming the Carolinas with up to 16 inches of rain.
He's floating. Uh-oh.
Cars floating downstream in Charleston. Home surveillance cameras catching the moment a confirmed EF1 tornado blew through Myrtle Beach. This shopping center taking a direct hit from 90-mile-per-hour winds. And in Wake County, North Carolina, authorities say 2 people were killed on Interstate 87 Sunday after they stopped to help another motorist who hydroplaned off the road. The backside of the system even ramping up lake effect snow in Michigan, multiple pileups and several people hurt along I-94 near Kalamazoo late today.
Incredible pictures coming in tonight. Let's get right to Rob, back with us tonight. Not over yet, of course, as you pointed out, Rob, the bitter cold behind all this as well. So take us through it.
Yeah, still a very dynamic, explosive storm in December, David. You're right, it's not over yet. The low itself, I'll show you on the radar, is pushing most of the moisture now up through northern New England. Maine, you're in that low-level jet. That's where the hurricane force winds could happen through midnight. And you saw what the cold air is doing behind it. We got winter storm warnings up, lee of the Great Lakes for lake effect snow. That cold core is going all the way down into the deep south. Birmingham and Nashville will be in the teens for wind chills in the morning. And we're watching 2 storms coming into the west. Storm number 1 comes in tonight. That's a weak one. Storm number 2, that's stronger. That kind of arrives on Wednesday and then slides to the south. This is going to be a longer duration event, so hopefully no flooding. But look at some of these numbers here. The computer models are pumping out 1 to 4 inches of rain, maybe 5. That could cause some flooding. Certainly not ideal travel weather heading into Christmas weekend. David?
That is for sure. All right, Rob Marciano leading us off here on a Monday night. Rob, thank you. We're going to turn now to the harrowing images just in tonight. Hamas now releasing images showing 3 hostages, 3 seniors pleading for their release, as we learn new details of the 3 hostages accidentally killed by the Israeli military. They were waving a white flag to show they were not the enemy. U.S. Defense Secretary Austin in Israel urging them to move from high-intensity tactics to a fight that will save lives. ABC's Britt Clement in Israel again tonight.
Tonight, 3 elderly Israeli hostages pleading for their release in this new Hamas video. The families of 85-year-old Imran Cooper, 79-year-old Chaim Perry, and 80-year-old Yoram Metzger asking that we only use a still from the video.
It's taking too long, and every minute that's passing, it's a huge gambling on my grandpa's life and others' lives.
The IDF calling it a criminal terror video, vowing to bring the more than 100 hostages, including Americans, back home. The IDF now saying its rules of engagement weren't followed when Israeli soldiers mistakenly killed 3 hostages in Gaza. A preliminary report finding Yotam Haim, Alan Shamriz and Summer al-Talalka were shirtless, waving a white flag, when a soldier shot and killed 2 of them. Someone was heard crying help in Hebrew. Troops then ordered to stop firing, but the 3rd hostage was shot and killed shortly after. Israel finding these signs near a nearby building where those hostages were believed to have been hiding. One reading SOS, apparently made out of leftover food. Families fearing their relatives held in Gaza could be next.
This is a possibility that Israeli soldiers might accidentally kill hostages. Now, what we feared finally happened, and we're very worried that this is going to happen again.
In Gaza, chaos inside the children's ward of a hospital, moments after an Israeli artillery strike. Rescuers finding the body of 12-year-old Dunya, who was recently orphaned and lost her leg in another strike. Just weeks ago, while recovering, Dunya saying, "I only want one thing, for the war to end." And with the Gaza death toll soaring above 19,000, Israel facing growing pressure to shift strategy. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin continuing to urge Israel to move quickly from high-intensity operations to more surgical, targeted strikes on Hamas in Gaza.
So let's bring in Britt Clinich. She's live in Israel tonight. Britt, I wanted to turn to the growing threat also to ships in the Red Sea. We've been reporting on this here. Iran-backed Houthi rebels attacking yet another vessel overnight. I understand now the U.S. and other nations are joining forces to try to counter this ongoing threat.
That's right, David. The Defense Secretary tonight announcing a new maritime task force to make sure that critical route is safe. The attacks already causing major economic disruption, sending oil prices surging and prompting some shipping companies to pause operations. David.
Clinich, live in Tel Aviv. Britt, thank you. Back here in the U.S. tonight into the security scare involving President Biden, a driver slamming into an SUV that was part of the president's motorcade. You could hear the sound of the crash, the Secret Service then rushing the president into his car, the First Lady already in the car. And tonight here, what we've learned about the driver. Here's Mary Bruce.
Tonight, authorities investigating this frightening moment. President Biden leaving his campaign headquarters in Wilmington, stopping to answer a reporter's question.
Mr. President, why are you losing to Trump in the polls?
And then suddenly, the sound of a crash. The president stopping in his tracks. The Secret Service then rushing him into his SUV. The First Lady already inside. Reporters on the scene scrambling to see what happened. This car had slammed into a vehicle that was part of the president's motorcade. The driver surrounded. Authorities tonight calling it an accident, saying the driver was drunk. That driver has now been charged with driving under the influence and inattentive driving. And tonight we're told the president and First Lady are doing fine. David.
All right, Mary Bruce at the White House. Mary, thank you. We turn now to the race for the White House and former President Trump campaigning in New Hampshire, again using language echoing Hitler. Tonight, his Republican rivals have been forced to address this, the words being condemned as very dangerous, given how they were used in recent history. Here's Rachel Scott.
Tonight, the Republican candidates for president forced to address Donald Trump's use of language similar to what Adolf Hitler once wrote. Trump declaring immigrants are poisoning the blood of America.
They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done. They poison mental institutions and prisons all over the world, not just in South America, not just the 3 or 4 countries that we think about, but all over the world. They're coming into our country from Africa, from Asia, all over the world. They're pouring into our country.
Only one of Trump's leading Republican rivals denouncing him, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie.
What he's doing is dog whistling to Americans who feel absolutely under stress and strain from the economy and from the conflicts around the world. And he's dog whistling it to blame it on people from areas that don't look like us.
In Iowa today, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis refusing to criticize Trump for using language reminiscent of Hitler, instead calling it a tactical mistake.
So here's the thing. This border is such a disaster. To give them an ability, the opposition an ability to try to make it about something else with some of those comments, I just think it's just a tactical mistake. Why are we in a situation where we're even having those discussions?
South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley often speaks of her experience as a daughter of immigrants.
My parents came to an America that was strong and proud and full of opportunities.
She didn't mention Trump's comments that immigrants are poisoning the blood of the nation. Her campaign instead releasing this statement, saying we need to shut down the border. We don't need chaotic rhetoric that fails to get the job done.
DeSantis calls this a tactical mistake, but clearly Trump does not think so. He has used that phrase repeatedly on the campaign trail. He is now leading his Republican rivals by 50 points. The Biden campaign releasing a statement saying Trump is channeling his role models by parroting Hitler and is threatening democracy. David.
Rachel Scott tonight on the campaign trail. Thank you, Rachel. Here in New York City tonight, actor Jonathan Majors has been found guilty of assaulting his ex-girlfriend. He was a rising star, now convicted tonight. Here's our senior investigative reporter, Aaron Katursky now.
You're an interesting man.
Tonight, actor Jonathan Majors, once a rising star in the Marvel Universe, convicted of domestic violence. A jury in New York finding him guilty of assaulting his then-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. The two were in an SUV back in March when a message from another woman popped up on his phone saying, "I wish I was kissing you." Jabari grabbed the phone and said when Majors tried to grab it back, he left her with a fractured finger and a cut behind her ear. Critical to the case, this video showing Majors shoving Jabari back into the car before he takes off with his phone. She chases him, but he pushes her away and runs. Majors later calling 911 after finding Jabari passed out on the floor of their apartment.
What happened exactly? Do you know?
No, I don't know. But she's unconscious.
The jury found Majors did not intentionally assault Jabari, acquitting him of 2 counts, but determined he acted recklessly, convicting him of 2 other misdemeanors. Majors now faces up to a year in prison when he's sentenced in February. He's unlikely to serve that, but tonight, David, he has learned of a career consequence of the conviction. Our parent company, Disney, says Marvel will no longer be going forward with Jonathan Majors. David?
Aaron Katursky here in New York tonight. Aaron, thank you. Tonight, a major change from the Vatican. Pope Francis formally allowing Catholic priests to bless same-sex couples. The new declaration saying God's love and mercy should not be subject to, quote, an exhaustive moral analysis. There are conditions, though. These blessings are not to be confused with the sacrament of marriage or performed at the same time as a civil ceremony. When we come back on a Monday night, the YouTube mom famous for giving parenting advice millions of views, now pleading guilty to charges of child abuse tonight. Also, there's news on gas prices for the holiday and news on Celine Dion tonight. But her sister is now revealing.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis takes you off course, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When I wanted to see results fast, Rinvoq delivered rapid symptom relief and helped leave bathroom urgency behind. Check.
When UC tried to slow me down, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC caused damage, Rinvoq came through by visibly repairing my colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission.
And a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least 1 heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 LifeGuard protection, only from Simply Safe. This exclusive technology allows Simply Safe agents to help stop crime in real time by speaking through the new Smart Alarm indoor camera.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
For instant intruder deterrence and faster police response. Right now, get 50% off a new Simply Safe system so you stay safe 24/7. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
My most important kitchen tool? My brain. So I choose new Nariva Ultra. Unlike some others, it supports 7 brain health indicators, including mental alertness, from 1 serving to help keep me sharp. Try new Nariva Ultra. Think bigger.
Switch to Shopify so you can build it better, scale it faster, and sell more. Much more. Take your business to the next stage when you switch to Shopify.
Tonight, the mother giving parenting advice viewed by millions on YouTube, now pleading guilty to charges of child abuse in Washington County, Utah. Prosecutors accusing Ruby Franke and business partner Jody Hillebrand of abusing and starving 2 of Franke's 6 children. Authorities say the children were bound and malnourished at Hillebrand's home. As part of her deal, Franke will testify now against Hillebrand. To travel this holiday, and tonight Southwest Airlines has been hit with a record $140 million fine for last year's scheduling meltdown. You'll remember over the holidays. Nearly 17,000 flights were canceled, stranding more than 2 million passengers. The Department of Transportation says the airline did not provide adequate customer service, notifications, or prompt refunds. Southwest must now provide $75 flight credits to future passengers whose flights are delayed more than 3 hours when the airline is at fault. When we come back here tonight, news this evening about Celine Dion and the vase bought at Goodwill for $3.99. What that vase was really worth.
I know what it's like to perform through pain. If you're like me, one of the millions suffering from pain caused by migraine, Nurtec ODT may help. It's the only medication that can treat a migraine when it strikes and prevent migraine attacks. Treat and prevent all in one.
Don't take if allergic to Nurtec. Allergic reactions can occur even days after using. Most common side effects were nausea, indigestion, and stomach pain.
Relief is possible. Talk to a doctor about Nurtec ODT.
I've always been prone to hair thinning. I'm genetically predisposed.
I just gave birth. I was under a lot of stress.
I started taking Nutrafol.
We test our formulations with the highest rigor of clinical trials, and we're the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement.
I noticed it becoming
Stronger and thicker.
Nutrafol has taken me back to the hair I was meant to have.
I am back to me.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com.
Travel, there is nothing like it. Dancing is my passion. But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't been easy. Now, I'm staying ahead of it.
Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, so you can have clearer skin and noticeably less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Okay, everyone. Our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 27 vitamins and minerals, nutrients for immune health, and Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
When you're ready to begin treatment for chronic lymphocytic leukemia, Calquence helps you do the fighting, and you can do the exploring. You can do the splashing, the sightseeing, and the playing. Calquence is an oral targeted therapy for CLL. More patients begin with Calquence than any treatment of its kind, and Calquence is proven to work better than chemoimmunotherapy in patients with previously untreated CLL. Calquence may cause serious side effects which may lead to death. These include serious infections with fever, chills, or flu-like symptoms, and bleeding problems that may increase with blood thinners. Decreased blood counts are common and can be severe. New cancers have happened, including skin cancers. Heart rhythm problems with fast or irregular heartbeat, dizziness, feeling faint, chest discomfort, or shortness of breath have happened. Tell your doctor if you have bleeding, heart rhythm or liver problems, infection, or if you are or plan to be pregnant or breastfeeding. Calquence helps you do the fighting, and you can focus on the things you're loving. Ask your doctor if Calquence is right for you.
Theo's nose was cause for alarm, so Dad brought Puffs Plus lotion to save it from harm. Puffs has 50% more lotion and brings soothing relief. Don't get burned by winter nose. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed. America's #1 lotion tissue.
To the Index tonight, Celine Dion's sister is sharing more about her sister's battle with stiff person syndrome. Her sister giving an interview in Canada saying Celine no longer has control over her muscles. The condition, an incurable neurological disorder, forced her to cancel her world tour last year. But her sister also saying Celine remains hopeful and still plans on one day returning to the stage, and we're rooting for her. Tonight, the hidden treasure in plain sight. Jessica Vincent bought a vase for $3.99 at a Goodwill store outside Richmond, Virginia. Later finding out it's a rare piece of Murano glass designed for Venini by Italian architect Carlo Scarpa in the 1940s. It sold at auction for more than $107,000. Not bad for a $3.99 vase. When we come back, our Made in America Christmas, your ideas pouring in over the weekend. The new list tonight, in time for Christmas.
Did you know you can save with GoodRx, even if you have insurance?
You know, I thought my prescription was covered until it wasn't, but GoodRx helps with that.
I work for myself, so I buy my own insurance. And I still check GoodRx.
I'm on Medicare. I check GoodRx because it can beat my copay. Who wouldn't like that?
Even if you have insurance, GoodRx can help you save.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
Invading free radicals are everywhere. Luckily, Palm Wonderful's antioxidants help defend against them.
Going up?
Real life is scary.
Just a 6, thanks.
Protect yourself from free radicals with Palm.
iPhone 15 Pro, your husband deserves it.
Carolers, to tell me you want a new iPhone? A better plan is Verizon.
No way they take this break.
Yes, they will in any condition. Get iPhone 15 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch all on them.
Please forgive him.
It's all good, just a little awkward. We'll wrap this up.
It's your last chance to turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. That's up to $1,700 in value, only on Verizon.
It's not too late to get WeatherTech gift cards for everyone on your holiday list. Good for over 100 premium American-made products. What are you waiting for? Get your gift cards right now instantly at WeatherTech.com.
Did you know 80% of women are struggling with hair damage? Dryness and frizz that keeps coming back could be damaged hair that can't retain moisture.
You need Pantene's Miracle Rescue Deep Conditioner. It's filled with provitamins to help hair lock in moisture, visibly repairing 6 months of damage in just one use, with no way down. Guaranteed or your money back. For hair that looks healthy and stays healthy. If you know it's Pantene.
Type 2 diabetes?
Discover the Ozempic Trizone. Ozempic! I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
I'm under 7.
Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease.
I'm lowering my risk.
Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
Ask about the power of 3 with Ozempic.
Finally tonight, we love it, our great Made in America Christmas. Tonight, something for everyone, including the family dog. Tonight, our great Made in America Christmas is back, our 12th year. The famous windows on 5th Avenue on the hunt with so many of you.
Do you think people check the labels as much as they used to?
Maybe my age.
You still do?
I do.
Christmas tonight, just 1 week away, but there's still time.
Hey, David.
Well, hi, David.
In Waynesboro, Virginia, northwest of Richmond, the company Blanc Creatives.
Hey, David.
Owner Corey Blanc.
Our flagship product is our carbon steel cookware you see on the wall behind me here.
And more.
Wooden utensils and cutting boards, cutlery, and even garden tools.
The wood from Virginia trees. The metals from Virginia, Pennsylvania, Colorado, Texas. 10 workers in all.
Hey, David.
Christopher Knox, head of Cookware Productions.
All of our products come with a lifetime guarantee, and they're meant to become the next generation of your family heirlooms.
Made in America!
And tonight in Pompano Beach, Florida, north of Fort Lauderdale, the company Popalicious.
Hi, David.
Owner Maria Bailey.
It's popcorn freshly popped and grown in Missouri, Indiana, and Ohio. We top it with Pennsylvania chocolate.
25 workers making 4,000 pops a day, 2 tons of popcorn during the holiday season. And we wanted to meet the farmers behind the corn.
Hi, David.
Meet Gavin Spoor from Spoor Farms in Martinsburg, Missouri. 600 acres of corn.
Behind me here, you can see a field that was popcorn this previous summer. It's fun to watch a little seed turn into a large plant, which we then can harvest and clean and package and ship directly to people's doorsteps.
Still in time for Christmas.
Made in America!
In Austin, Texas tonight, they're reminding us, don't forget the other member of the family.
Hi, David.
Michael London and his company, Bow Wow Labs.
Our mission is very simple, and that is to keep dogs safe, healthy, and happy.
Their invention, the Bow Wow Buddy. Jonna Devereaux, Chief Nutritionist Officer.
We invented the Bow Wow Buddy, a safety device that securely holds bully sticks and other chews. The Made in the USA Bow Wow Buddy allows your pup the ability to engage in their favorite activity, but safely. Here's how it works. Simply take the chew and insert it inside the hole and screw down. And that's it.
The 12-week-old labs testing them out. In Omaha, Nebraska,
Hi, David.
Melissa Stevens and her shop, The Cordial Cherry.
Come on in.
15 workers hand dipping, hand decorating cherries. 500 boxes a day during the holiday season.
Made in America!
And finally, to Dallas, Texas, perhaps one of the last places you'd expect to see a snowman.
Hi, David.
Kate Weiser, owner of Kate Weiser Chocolate.
This is our signature holiday product, Carl, the drinking chocolate snowman. He's basically a giant cocoa bomb that you put in a big pot of milk, gather your friends and family around the stove, watch him melt into delicious hot cocoa.
71 workers, 1,000 snowmen this year.
I'm here with our shipping manager, Sade, and we send out about 2,000 packages a day during the holiday season, all going to different locations all over the United States, and it all happens right here.
Made in America!
And tomorrow night right here, some last-minute ideas as we celebrate our small businesses. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
The Office Christmas Party. What companies are now doing to keep the booze and shenanigans under control. Next, Inside Edition.
Tonight at 7:30 on ABC6.
This is where all your dreams come true. You are the Moulin Rouge!
Moulin Rouge, the musical, is the winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The New York Times calls it dazzling, euphoric. In Moulin Rouge, life is beautiful. Coming to the Providence Performing Arts Center December 19th through 31st. Tickets on sale at ppacri.org.
Here's hoping we can all be home for the holidays. Not really. Celebrate like only the Jeep brand can. With everything you could ever wish for, including Jeep Grand Cherokee, the official vehicle of winter. Join the family that lets you go anywhere and do anything. Jeep, there's only one.
Right now, during the Jeep Wrap Up the Year sales event, well-qualified current FCA lessees can lease the rugged 2024 Wrangler Willys 4xE or the impressive